Skiert, it's the Baker's Men back in the building. We we made a podcast. This is not an official episode number. We're doing certified post Champions League match recaps and uploading them, kind of like how we did with the World Cup.
Yeah, episode especial.
Yes. Like if y'all remember in 2018 World Cup, I mean, geez, I mean, right? We were uploading episodes kind of like along the way, like every 2-3 days. So we're going to be uploading episodes after the Champions League match days. So we're going to upload another one tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And then next week, I think there's Wednesday and Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, we're getting it cracking because Champions League is back. We're all excited and we got to get it cracking. And maybe at some point we'll talk about Europa League a little bit too. I actually have a result from Europa League today. But let's get into it. I watched Juve versus Lyon. Caesar watched
Real Madrid versus Man City.
Oh, yeah. And watch it we did. Let me just say off top, look, everybody, for the three people listening, I'm going through it because put in a lot of effort to be on the CBS football team doing this Champions League run back, and it didn't happen. So today had to go on there and see Kate Abdu and Jamie. Huh?
Feature report.
And she used to be on other stuff too. Who else was it? It was Roberto Martinez, Jamie Carragher. Huh?
Michael Richards.
I guess. Jamie Carragher and some other people, some goalie guy. And I'm just like, damn, dog, like, you got like 6-7 people in this studio in London, and we should be there. I mean, granted, I did not think that they were going to start it back. And I didn't know they were going to be like doing this in Europe. I thought they're going to be doing it out here somewhere, but whatever. But I'm not giving up. I think we can still do something on there. I'm gonna still.
I didn't see any other Americans, so I'm down.
I'm gonna still shoot out emails to no avail and messages, but I'm gonna have hope. But I didn't really watch the whole pregame analysis, but I did see somebody talking about Barcelona, and I was like, it's very obvious you did not watch any Barcelona match in this restart or for the last 2 years. It's very obvious. Okay, before I get into Juve Lyon, Sevilla did play Roma yesterday in Europa League. Sevilla did beat – I didn't watch the entire game. I watched a lot of it. It was really funny just to see the the difference of class between Sevilla and Roma. It was just like varsity versus JV. It was just like Sevilla's just like got all these like fast dudes running around, and like Roma like every once in a while can get Mkhitaryan on the ball.
Mkhitaryan's their dude. That's
Sevilla,
Justin Kluivert.
I don't know if he played or if he did, he played later. Sevilla won 2-0. Reguilon had a dope like just solo goal. Your boy Lucas Ocampos is out there just like doing whatever he wanted. And he looked chunky. Like, I'm like, damn, he looked kind of big, dog. What's going on?
Juice it up.
Yeah. But yeah, so Sevilla did advance in Europa. Manchester United advanced and some other teams as well. But let's get into one of the big games today. This is the second leg of the round of 16 of the matchup between Juventus versus Lyon. Lyon did win 1-0 in France back in like March 2014, whenever that last game was played. And Caesar, you do not know the result, correct?
I have no idea. I only know the first half result.
Well, let's get into it, sir. Off top, Higuain started. Bernardeschi, the future Real Madrid star, did start up top with Ronaldo. Your boy Rabiot started, so I did do a tracker on him. For Lyon, Depay started along with Ikambi up top. Dembele started off on the bench. I did put that square might be a key to this game because Lyon got a few ragtag dudes in there. Like Lyon got some good players, but they got a few guys that are a little bit ragtag. Like I've never seen them before. So like maybe somebody like Square can like infiltrate Lyon's midfield.
Yeah.
Also, Lyon came out with their black kit, which is fire.
It is really nice. It's really nice.
It's pretty fire. Kind of remind me of the old FUBU jerseys a little bit. I don't know why. Because it kind of had a thick little thing here, like on the arm. I'm kind of like a FUBU jersey. Remember the 05s?
The 05 with the patch. Remember, they look like the Tennessee Titan jerseys. I used to have an all-white FUBU jersey. Those white on white had like the laminated numbers.
I never had too much FUBU. I had like a couple of joints.
That and a pair of jeans, that's it.
I never was really rocking FUBU like that. I felt like it was too popular. I was like, I'm trying to get some other stuff. I did.
Not how you want to start this. Bum down.
I did have a fire mecha.
No. Okay, if you're gonna say that, I had this really dope like plaid jacket. It was it called Animal Farm or something? Them dudes called? What were they called? Farm? What was the company called? I forgot. It was something like that.
I don't know. Let's get into it later because you can start.
Fat Farm.
This is an Animal Farm. It's ridiculous, dog. It's too sad.
It's been damn near 16 years, man.
I used to have some fire Fat Farm polos though. Okay.
With the quotes.
Anyway, so let's start. First half. It was an interesting first half. I haven't seen any of the post game analysis, obviously, but in the beginning, like Juve had a good chance in the 5th minute. There was a couple offsides. In the 9th minute, Lyon had the first shot that was like saved. Like it was a little bit back and forth early, but 10th minute penalty called on Betancourt against I don't know if that was Awar or Guimaraes. I'm not sure, but when I saw the replay, I was like, okay, well that's pretty much not a penalty. Like he got all ball. What's up?
Well, are you talking about the handball penalty?
Did it get it? Was there
a handball? So
in the first half? No. You're talking about the pay one.
Okay.
This is the first half. So Betancourt like slide tackled the ball. I like honestly.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I remember that one. I saw that. I saw the highlight for that.
I don't know like what they're gonna say after. Like honestly, I saw it like a few times and I was like, oh, it looks like it's definitely not a penalty, but it got upheld. I didn't see like, and maybe it was just the angles that I saw, or maybe I just like didn't catch it. I just didn't see where the foul was because he definitely got the ball too. But and I don't know, and I was like looking to see if the ball went off his hand at some point. I just didn't see the real penalty, but it was upheld after it went to VAR. If there are complaints about the penalty call, about it not being a penalty, don't complain about that. Complain about VAR because
the VAR had to overturn it and they didn't.
Yeah, from what I saw, it wasn't a penalty, and if that's the argument, like just blame VAR. Depay stepped up, nice Panenka chip for the penalty. Betancourt didn't even get a yellow card. So now at this point, Lyon has one away goal and one home goal. So Juve need 3 goals to advance. But you do got CR7, so, you know, he's done it before. 19th minute, Bernardeschi did like an amazing run, like all by himself, tight roping the sideline, like the baseline, tight roping it, gets like literally like 3 feet away from the goal on the baseline, and Denier comes in like, no, Marcelo for Lyon comes and like kicks it out. It was about to be the most fire goal ever. I was like, dog, you look like Messi right now.
He's one move away from making a fire goal, but doesn't make a fire goal. It's so crazy. He's always like this close to a fire goal.
He really looked like Messi right then. But yeah, what's his name? Denier came in and kicked it out. 20th minute, Ronaldo missed a header close. There was hella yellow cards in this match, but none of them ended up being red cards, so I won't even mention them. Rabiot early was getting forward a lot, like he's like getting like being like way forward, getting involved in the play, doing crosses and stuff. And I'm just like, that's just not the guy that you want doing that. Like, and Rabiot didn't have a terrible game, but he didn't necessarily have a good game.
Hmm.
And whatever he's doing is like, you just want somebody better doing that. He's tall and slow and just lumbery, and he's not a good dribbler. Like, it's just annoying to see somebody of that low skill level getting forward, trying to put in crosses for Higuain and Ronaldo. Like, it's just annoying. 30th minute, your boy Dubois fouled Betancourt close to the box. Ronaldo stepped up for the free kick, and it was saved by Ronnie Lopes. Ooh, it was close, though. He put that arm out and just, like, jumped and got it, dog. I was like, ooh.
Ronnie Lopes.
It was kind of dope because, like, it was really close to the box. So like Ronaldo definitely did like some kind of he did like a scoop more like a scoop placement shot, not much power on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I always liked did I say Ronnie Lopes again? I always end up calling him Anthony Lopes. Anthony Lopes always like I always like him. Look, he's like,
Anthony Lopes.
Yeah, I'm always saying Ronnie, I always forget. But he's really athletic. Like he's like not too big and tall, like not super lanky. Like he's that like kind of compact like build, kind of like Keylor Navas. Like you're not relying on long arms to make saves. You're relying more on like athletic ability, which I kind of think is a better idea than like Thibaut Courtois. But yeah, so he saved that shot. But man, it was close. Right after that, there was another free kick. Pjanic took it though, didn't go in. So then 42nd minute, so in the first half, there's a free kick, and this is the one that you were talking about. Depay jumps up in the wall and puts his elbow out, and Caesar, I'm not even joking, it didn't even look like to me that it actually hit his elbow. I was kind of tripping. I was like, maybe like it's just I'm just missing it. I'm like, I don't even think the ball hit his elbow
at all.
It didn't look like it to me, but I could be wrong. But like, even if it did, I don't know. Like, it just looked like what it looked like to me. And I'm not saying that I'm right. I'm just saying what I saw, and I could be completely tripping. What it looked like to me was the ball already got past him, and he put his elbow out. But
no, I thought it wasn't the. So the connection you're talking about the player that was kneeling on the ground. When I saw the replay, it looked like the guy that was on the ground, like it looked like it touched his hand.
No, it was up in the air.
Huh?
It was up in the air. It was on Depay. Depay got a yellow card. Yeah, and it was weird. It was like, to me, it didn't even look like it hit his arm. But
it did look like it missed him.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, the thing that was annoying is that I don't think Depay could have really done anything in that situation to, like, kind of, like, he couldn't have really done better. You feel me? Like I didn't think it was, like, on him for real.
Well, he put his elbow out, but to me, it looked like the ball was already past him. Like, it was weird. Or, like, hit his shoulder at most. Because it just seemed like it was too high to actually go off his elbow. Mm-hmm. But if it did hit his elbow, yeah, sure, it's a penalty because he put his elbow out. He made himself bigger with his arm. But whatever, they upheld it. I was like, it looked like a makeup call to me. But 43rd minute, Ronaldo buries the penalty. So it's 1-1 on aggregate, but obviously Juve need 2 more goals to advance. And you got Ronaldo. You got him. Halftime come out. The beginning of the second half was just like, it was weird. Like, Juve's trying to press the gas a bit, but like Lyon's kind of absorbing it. Like, you're kind of just seeing a bit of a stalemate until the number 1 African football player of all time, my Tweety, I'm joking, Ronaldo gets the ball. He's on the what side is that? Like, if he's facing the goal, he's on the right side. He's got the ball, just kind of like he's maybe like he's like at least 5 yards, 3 to 5, like between 3 and 7 yards behind the box. Got the ball on his left foot, boots that bad boy, and scores. I was like, what? Like, literally, I missed it because I'm like writing something down and I look up, I'm like, what the heck just happened? Because they were kind of like all like passing the ball around a bit. And like Ronaldo just like looks up and just shoots it. The ball hit Anthony Lopez's hand, but like it was just like too much power. Like it just hit his hand and went to the side and got in the goal. It was like literally unbelievable. I'm like, yo, dog, like, come on, dude. Like on his left foot, like even if it was saved, like that's such an amazing shot for your off foot from that far out and to have that confidence.
Yeah.
And also like
Just dial it up like that.
I'm gonna keep it so real with you right now. I feel like I've never seen that. I feel like I've never seen a player on his weak foot or weaker foot shoot a ball from that far out just standing there. Like static. Not like it's different when you have some momentum already.
Yeah, or the ball's there still, or the ball's rolling up to you.
Yeah, or if somebody passed it to you.
Yeah, some kind of volley is different. Yeah.
Yeah, he just has the ball and he's like that. He's like between 3 and 7 yards from the box and just fires it on target, and it's hard enough where it hits Lope's hand and it still goes in.
What a goon! I need to watch that game. I'm gonna watch it tonight.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it real. You don't really need to watch the game, but watch the highlights. The game itself, between the goals, like there's not a whole lot going on. Trust me. So yeah, so now it's 2-1 Juve in the 60th minute, and it's like game on. Like Ronaldo's got a brace, and you know, one more goal. So at this point, if Juve score, it's still kind of like if Juve would have scored that third goal, they're going through. But if Lyon score again, it's like you're fighting with that away goal thing. But basically, it can't go into extra time, which I'm always happy about. Like,
you're like, please God, no extra time.
Please set up a situation where y'all can't go into extra time, please.
Yeah.
So that's 60th minute. 61st minute, Ramsey came on for Pjanic, and denied some Lyon switched center backs. When Ramsey came in, I was like, damn, like, Juve about to win right now. Pjanic is just like I wasn't really watching him like that, but he definitely didn't do anything. Also, Square was kind of like, he was iffy. It wasn't his best game. Like, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't like I don't know if I could say like it was Lyon's players or just he was like misplacing some passes and things. Like, I don't know. What's the name? 65th minute, I put that Juve is on Lyon's ass. I know they're about to score. Lyon made some changes after that. Jeffrey Adelaide, who I'm happy is back. I didn't even know that he was back from his injury. Him and Memphis Depay and Jeffrey Adelaide both tore their ACL in the same match.
That's crazy.
Yeah, this season.
That's some voodoo stuff.
Right? But they're both back. So Jeffrey Adelaide and Dembele came on for Ikambi and Depay. So they switched their like two forwards at that point. Which I was like, man, like one, like I feel like, I mean, Depay was like playing well. Not like too amazing, but like he's playing well. It's obviously you're playing against Juve's defenders. They're good.
His penalty was on some goon stuff.
Penalty was goon life. The penalty was very black. It's like you like thug somebody out and do this, like not even like you thug them out and just do it right away. It's like, that's very black of you. Also,
if he was real one, he would have put the fist up.
Don't let me forget. We Made It Music Award winner Memphis Depay for Best International Artist. So I was a little bit iffy about Lyon changing both forwards. Then after that, Danilo came on for Square, and Dybala came on for Bernardeschi, future Real Madrid star.
MVP Dybala.
Yes, Serie A MVP. Coming off of a thigh injury, Dybala came on for future Real Madrid star.
Thigh.
Huh?
Thigh injury.
Came on for future Real Madrid star Bernardeschi. 76-minute, Ronaldo misses a corner. Misses a header off of a nice corner. He was an open header. He just couldn't put it down.
Mm.
So what is it? 78th. There was almost a penalty call for Lyon. I feel like the ref was giving Juve some love on that. I'm like, that could have been a penalty, but it wasn't called. Literally, so Dybala came on 70th minute. 84th minute, Dybala's limping, and he has the ball, and he's like, I can't. He's hurt again. He has to kick the ball off. He just stops on the pitch, injured. 15 minutes after he came on. Yeah. He was limping right before that. And then I was like, yeah, it looks like he's hurt, but maybe he just got stepped on. And then he ended up getting the ball, and he just stops, and he's like, I can't, and just kicks the ball off, and he's injured.
MVP.
15. Yeah. So some dude named Oliveira came on for him. I never even heard of this guy.
I don't know who the hell Oliveira is.
Yeah, I was like, who's this little chubby, right back looking dude coming on?
Ricardo Oliveira?
I think it was with the M. I think Mateus. I don't know.
Never heard of him. Where Dougie Fresh at?
What's up with him? Maybe he's hurt, or maybe huh?
He's always injured.
Okay, yeah, maybe he's hurt or suspended. I don't know.
Probably hurt or suspended, yeah.
I always forget about him, honestly.
He comes out of nowhere, oh, yeah, they got him. Damn, this dude's fast. Boom, game over.
Yeah, right?
Wow, he's fast. Oh, it's 3 minutes left. Oh, good game, though.
It's funny. I feel like maybe he wasn't even on the bench, because I don't even remember them, panning to him on the bench ever.
Mm.
But if he was on the bench and he was available and they didn't put him in, that's a really bad idea. So that dude Oliveira came on. So it's the end of the match. 6 minutes added. 6 minutes extra time. 90th minute plus 3. There's a close free kick on the right side for Juve. Your boy, the African legend, CR7, steps up for this free kick. Boy, hits it right off the wall. And after that, the game was over. Juve lost, and Lyon advances.
Lyon advancing, and what in blazes is going on? Bam was like, yep, he's a bust. That's what Bam was saying. He's like, he's a bust. Knew it. What a waste. That's what Bam was going. Waste of time and money. They should have just ran with Dybala MVP winner and then picked up, I don't know, Marquezio, whatever, back from retirement. Because Ronaldo's a bust. That's what Bam was saying, even though he scored the goals. But go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead, Bam.
I mean, look.
You can only do so much with 2 goals, right? But go ahead.
You said what?
3.
No. Caesar, you take it
harder for the Africans. I get it, though. Go ahead. They got to work harder because you and Yaya Toure are both cousins. That's why. Y'all just from the same boat. Go ahead.
You taking it personal, but let me just say what I said.
Go ahead.
Let me just say what I said. Last year, I gave Ronaldo worst transfer. We made it awards. My reasoning was Juventus only got 1 trophy. They went out in the quarterfinals to Ajax. Was it the quarters? Yeah, I want to say Yeah, they went out in the quarterfinals to Ajax. They had, I can't remember everything I said, but I think they had less points or less goals or something like that, or more goals against them. It was some things that it's getting Ronaldo is dope, but it didn't really improve your team though. And we fast forward his second season there. Yes, they got that Scudetto, but very little points. You know what I'm saying? Caught a lot of L's and draws.
So Italy in general, but go ahead.
And now you're going out to Lyon in the damn round of 16. I don't it. Did Ronaldo improve Juventus? Is what I'm saying.
I mean, round of 16, they had 5-month gap between matches, but go ahead.
These are Lyon, dude. Lyon.
Okay. I mean,
See, can you
up too.
can you be objective, please? Yeah, I mean, Ronaldo
I just
played
don't
the.
want to pin it on him. I don't understand pinning on him. What is the
No,
whole?
no,
I want
no.
to pin it on Juventus.
What that
They'll
like
put 2 goals in. What is he supposed to do more?
Caesar? That's what I'm
Water, give you fish out of basket. What you want?
Caesar. That's what I'm saying. Did he improve Juventus? I'm saying did that transfer improve Juventus? That's what I'm
No,
asking.
it didn't improve Juventus.
That's all I'm saying.
Huh?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I agree with you.
Yeah, I know you do.
Can you put it back now, please?
So yeah, so I'm honestly like, aside from like I don't really care about being proven right or honestly, I'm not really that person. So it's not even like that serious. I would have been perfectly fine if Juventus advanced. I have a personal affinity towards French league teams. I like Lyon. I like Memphis Depay. We made it music award winner. And I remember the first match, and I was like, "Damn!" Like without Depay, Lyon looks decent against Juve. And you had criticisms for for Juve ever since Ronaldo got there. Like I remember specifically because I haven't really watched them that much, but I remember you specifically saying like you can tell Ronaldo misses Real Madrid's midfield.
Does you can tell even with Charmu, which whatever, like you can see like there's the midfield just isn't the same, dude. I mean, look, man. Is it? Oh, I don't forget his name right now. The French player,
Rabiot,
the other one.
Matuidi,
Matuidi is a great player. You know,
he
there's
didn't play.
Pjanic is a highly rated player. There's people that are supposed to be good, but Real Madrid probably is the best midfield in the world. So like it's just different. It's levels to it. Like the offense is being predicated through the midfield. In Juventus, it's like I can't even honestly tell you where exactly things are coming from. I feel like Juventus things just manifest. Like everything just manifests with them. And that sucks because you can't rely on that. You can't day in, day out be like, no matter what, I know our midfield's gonna give it or all, they're gonna just make something happen at some moment. They're not that team. Like Pjanic is a floater. He floats a little bit here, jogs a little bit here, back pass here, over the top here. It's like, man, like you can only get away with that on a super studded lineup team. Like when your team has some names, but there's people just not really game breakers other than Ronaldo. I mean, in the middle, like I hate to put it on Higuain, but like, I mean, dog, you're there, but are you there? Like, are you like? Yeah, Ronaldo can do it, but imagine if Ronaldo had someone in the middle that was just as lethal as him. Imagine if they had an Iñaki in the middle that's just out there just pushing that line aggressively. Anybody, like even if Cavani just pressing those back line, it would give more room to the midfield to do whatever the hell they do. I don't know. It seems like there's a conglomerate of names that you like maybe purchase when you're playing FIFA, but they're not meshing. There's no chemistry really going on here, you know? Bernardeschi's doing things, but it's like what I don't know. I don't know Juventus' identity. You can't tell me defense is their identity like they used to be. You can't tell me offense is their identity. I don't know what they are. Like I really don't. And for the last 2 seasons, I don't know what that team is. So I just know Ronaldo's like, damn, this is hard. This is hard. Like that must be hard because it's already a hard league. I can't imagine playing on a team too. You're like, Jesus, man, it's tough.
Yeah, like, and even like, I mean, Matuidi didn't play today. I think he had I don't know why, but like,
I had a yellow.
But he was on the bench though. Like, you cannot like Rabiot is just not that level. Like, he's just not. Betancourt is really good. Like, Betancourt is good. Like, Betancourt is a very good midfielder, but like, you need more than one. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Betancourt is an excellent plug-in when you already have an elite midfield. You're just like, this guy is also really good, and you don't sleep on him because then if everybody else is getting marked heavy, he's like super dangerous to leave alone, and he plays really good defense.
Yeah, he's solid. Like, but like
with 8 to me, like a real 8.
Yeah, like but Pjanic and Rabiot, like.
I mean, look at that lineup, Bam. Like, what are you really gonna tell me? Like, who's really taking the reins there? Who's really taking the back line? I don't really know who's like really doing like a defensive midfield role. It just seems like everybody's kind of just going and filling, and that can get chaotic. So, yeah, that's unfortunate to see them go, but dope for Lyon.
Yeah,
gotta be a wild Champions League.
I mean, it was just like I mean, even with Higuain, like, yeah, it's just like he's not really doing anything too incredible. Like,
His whole year, so I mean, what do you expect? Like,
yeah,
like not having that year, he's not like a game breaker right now. So
no, and like
he
he,
looks cool with the ball, but like he's not out there. You're going, damn, whoa, nope. You go, oh my god, like he's not doing what Benzema is. Benzema, you're like, Jesus, any minute now, this guy just don't sleep. Like he's just out there running around the 21 jersey.
yeah, he just doesn't have the mobility that like you would love for a center forward to have, and the mobility that Ronaldo. I mean, it's his second season, so I'm like whatever. You got to get used to it, but like Ronaldo played with Benzema for that long, and Benzema is everywhere. So like like even when Higuain and Ronaldo would kind of switch, it's like, but like with Benzema, like you can kind of switch up there, and like he can still like do stuff with the ball where it's like he's like a number 10 when he gets the ball at his feet facing the box. Like he's like a very good midfielder when he's doing that. And they just don't really have a player like that at Juve. Like honestly, like this doesn't sound crazy. Like I would rather put Betancourt center forward than Higuain, dude. Like
I'm not even mad at you with that.
yeah,
I'll be real with you. The times I saw Juventus really good, it's gonna sound funny, but it was when Dybala was in the middle. I'm like, not even when it's Higuain, I'm like, that's cool. Like, but when Dybala, I'm like, I mean, he has legs. Like, he can get out there. He can do stuff. And sometimes he puts in some wild goals. You never know what's gonna happen with him. So with Higuain, I never feel the threat with him. I don't feel like that threat, And even though we say things about Dybala, when he's in the middle, if he's in that box area, there's a threat that going on. There's something can happen because he can whip a ball in, like for sure. So I agree with that, and that's one of the reasons why they're out.
yeah. I mean, it's I don't know, like for Juventus, like if it's a rebuilding thing. Like I don't really know like their situation like that. Like they won the league, obviously, but it definitely it wasn't easy. Like it was pretty close. And there was some time where it was like you don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So they definitely need to make some signings. I mean, Archer's coming in and Pjanic's just leaving. Archer's a good player. I don't know about his attitude, but he's a good player.
I feel like he's always been. Yeah, I think he's more of a runner than Pjanic is. Like more out there.
He's younger. He's got better legs. Like he's savvy. Like with Barcelona, there were some matches where I was like, you can tell he's solid. But yeah, I don't know. Like we'll see. But Lyon, congratulations to them. It really sucked for them because when Liga ended the season, they just like let it be that wherever position a team was, like that's like your Champions League situation for next season. So they are missing out on Europe next season. Lyon is
not if they win.
Well, unless they win Champions League, but based on their positioning with
Legon played them.
Yeah, and their president was very upset. I think he even wanted to file a lawsuit. Like he was really upset about that. So and they also lost this. The Coupe de la Ligue was like last weekend. They lost that. It's the last Coupe de la Ligue. They lost at the PSG on penalties, and
they
needed
this.
Yeah, so at least like for the Lyon fans, and they're a big team in France, like and in the world.
I like their stadium.
Yes, it's fire. I think like for them it like means a lot. Like at the very least we got to these quarterfinals.
Yeah, I'm happy for them. I feel like they needed some good news in 2020. So shout out, that's good for especially their fans. Like, Lord help me. You cancel the league. We're not going to Champions League, and we lost to the one and only annoying ass PSG in penalties. Lord help me. Like, we need this. Boom. Yeah. So that worked out. Moving on to the next match of the day.
Yeah.
Young Man City versus Real Madrid. As people know, of course, Real Madrid is coming into this down on aggregate because Man City scored 2 goals in Real Madrid, and Real Madrid only scored 1 goal at home in the last match. So this was wild with the lineups today. Man City decided to roll out this lineup of Sterling on the right. Phil Foden, I think Foden in the middle, and Gabriel Jesus on the left wing. Yeah. The midfield had De Bruyne, Rodri, and Gundogan. I can't pronounce his name. And of course, the back line had Kyle Walker and Bam's favorite defender, Fernandinho, along with fellow countrymen, Motorsport Laporte, and of course, Cancelo, my dog forever out there too. And a neck tattoo in the back for the goalie. But Real Madrid, pretty much the same thing, other than wishing someone who started 2 new changes. No Vinny starting today. I was sad. Vinny did not get that start, even though he played sensational in the last match. Hazard in the match, and Rodrigo, I'm not left-footed, is in the game too. Also in the back line, Militão starting for Sergio Ramos because, of course, he got the yellow card, which here goes again where people are acting up, costing us again. So Sergio Ramos up there cheerleading.
He had a red card.
Yeah, he had a red card. Yeah, he was wild in that last game. Thanks, dude. Yeah. So game started off, literally it started off with, I want to say 8 players on Man City on Real Madrid side of the field. Full press, all up in Real Madrid's face. It must have been the first 8 minutes of Real Madrid back passing between Varane and Militão the whole time. And Bam, tell me something right now, Bam. What would you say are the 2 weaknesses Courtois has?
Getting down fast.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's number one. That's the F on the scoreboard.
And moving his legs fast in any direction.
What a shocker! He has no feet. And he was just, oh my God! It was like someone had just. It's like he got exposed of never playing soccer in his life other than goalie. Like he's never ever kicked a ball in his life. He was kicking balls out of bounds on one side, kicking balls out of bounds on the other side, using both feet to whip them out of bounds. It was like watching AYSO in Westwood, California. It was just horrific. Militão. So basically, at the 9th minute mark, Raheem the Dream Sterling scores. And the 9th minute mark, the last thing Real Madrid needed off of a mistake. Now, everyone is blaming Varane, and a lot of people are saying Varane's at fault for this. But I'll say this. But I'm leaving the game. Not playing. I'll say this. It's not Varane's fault. It's absolutely not Varane's fault. It's a horrendous job by Courtois. Courtois passes it to – no, Varane has the ball. He passes – I guess Courtois gets the ball. Courtois dribbles forward. Now, you've taken the approach to dribble forward. What does Varane Militão do? They drop around him just in case. So Varane kind of drops like on the right side of the penalty box off the goal side. Courtois steps forward, doesn't get the ball out, bails on it, kicks it kind of like back angled, and Gabriel Jesus, who literally the first 8 minutes is sprinting this sideline. I mean, Carvajal was having a miserable time. Like he was on Carvajal, like if the ball was downfield, he was like muscling over Carvajal, pushing him out of bounds, taking the ball, and then coming downfield and pressing Carvajal and Varane anytime of the ball. I'm like, how much energy does he have? He literally catches Varane kind of slipping. So Courtois gives the ball to Varane in the back spot. Varane's like just trying to like get it and like gets it, and Gabriel Jesus comes in, just kind of thugs him over it, passes in the middle, and Sterling just a beautiful like low pass into the goal. Immediately a score. Raheem the Dream scores. Immediately I'm thinking to myself, that's crazy because two issues are shown here. My camera's on drugs right now. 2 issues are being shown here. Number one, there's no composure already in his back line because Sergio Ramos not there. Like he's a captain. He has great feet too. Unfortunately, Militão doesn't have great feet. Ron's pretty good, but it's just you need all that. And I think it really showed a lot in the beginning how much Sergio Ramos and Ron were actually covering Courtois on his poor footwork. It's like you have a center back with good feet. You don't really need to give the ball back to the goalie to kick it out, like do these moves like Nora does or like some of these other goalies can do, or even neck tattoo. Neck tattoos are great on his feet. He's damn near a winger. So already gave it up. This is all happening, by the way, with Phil Foden in the middle, okay? Foden out here just thugging in the middle. I just want to say that he was really good. Another note to say, Sterling had another just, oh my God, just a beautiful play. He had the ball, kind of like did like a light tap. Okay, two people are approaching him. He lightly taps it above both of them, squeezes through the middle, gets knocked over. Definitely a penalty, not called. Shoo. So he was not called. But bam, in the first 15 minutes, he's doing everything you would want Hazard to do. Being dangerous, lethal, attacking, going forward. Not only is he doing things on the ball, he's being a pain off the ball. Like he's sitting, he was like walking at one place, like walking like this. He just breaks into a run, and then De Bruyne throwing the ball over the top. Like he's doing diagonal runs off the back line. It's like it was like watching like it's almost like Real Madrid's almost asleep. Like it was weird. Like go ahead.
And that's the thing. Like that's the big difference between Raheem Sterling and Hazard at Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Hazard's doing stuff, but like Raheem Sterling's doing stuff and also trying to score.
Yeah, I think Raheem Sterling has the perfect mix of wanting to score and set up. Like the thing is with Hazard, I feel like he's just trying to play in the game. I feel like when I watch him, like, yeah, like I'll see him like be a little cute, but I'm like, okay, but what's your objective on this play? What are you trying to do right here? We give you the ball 10 yards away from the corner penalty box. What is your mindset here? What is it? Give and go, make some empty run? Or are you going to go forward? I don't really know. I don't know. He like the only time I really saw him really go for it was he was like trying to go against Kyle Walker. He's like, well, I'm not this fast. And he turned it back around and passed it away. And the other one, he had a nice left-footed random shot. He's good for those, like for sure. To me, it's almost like he's a really good midfielder. But like when I'm watching him out there, I'm like, you're just not a Real Madrid winger. And Sterling is literally doing everything Real Madrid. If they had him right now, they'd literally be up 4-0. Like they'd be a sensational team because everything Man City can do, Real Madrid can do better. So it was annoying. But let's not freak out yet because there's a game left. 18-minute mark. Once again, I want to say Real Madrid has no composure. There's no leadership. It looks like a lot of like kind of pointing at each other. Like Varane is like pointing somewhere. Militao's just chewing his gum like really loud. It's just like a lot of like no one really kind of taking accountability. Like it's really weird. It was really unconventional from the entire La Liga season we watched in COVID. There was like a whole different team I'm watching. I'm like, this looks like January all over again. It looks like November. I'm like, what happened? You're loving this 20-minute mark. Jesus is once again like I just want to say like this man had stamina 1000. Test him for EPO immediately.
I'm not even joking, Caesar. I'm not even joking. Maybe yesterday I was like thinking about Real Madrid playing City, and I was like, honestly, like Gabriel Jesus could be a right back.
It's ridiculous. He was playing sensational defense. He was tracking all the way back to like the other side of the goal box, then running all the way back again. Like he just kept running up and down the field, and he was like, man. One of the big keys to Real's offense for the last 7 years has been Carvajal. 8 years, Carvajal. Carvajal's a big key to the offense. He creates so much. Bam, nothing. Bam, nothing. Nothing. Like nothing. Nothing. Not even there. Jesus like shut him down. He's to me like definitely MVP. Like shut him down this game. Yeah. So he was all the way up the field, and I just wrote. But I did make a note here. How long can you realistically keep up a full press? Like, what's the realistic time period? So, yeah, you gave up a goal, but you were kind of allowed to give up one goal because it was a home goal. So you can still score two and tie up. So you can give up one goal. That's it. Now you used it. So just wait it out. Play smart. Just wait it out. They're gonna get tired. Kind of happened. 21-minute mark. I was gonna say like the entire time this is happening, Real Madrid only had like I want to say 4 over-the-top passes in 20 minutes, and Man City's just like causing these fumbles. Courtois. So it's like Real Madrid was just shooting themselves in the foot the whole time. And the couple times though they were able to get up there, they had space, but Hazard's not really doing much. Hazard honestly looked 60%. Benz was looking fantastic, making runs, dog. Like I'm like, if he just gets the ball, something can happen. 21-minute mark. Hazard gives him a nice pass, and Benzema is like keeps making these beautiful. He does like so. If there's 4 here, he'll make a run here, bam, and then move here really quick, like really fast, and then he'll be in the middle by himself. Like 4 times it happened where he's in the middle just by himself, and they're giving him the ball. So they give him a nice pass. This one was unfortunately missed. 28-minute mark. Rodrigo should have been left footer. He must have been listening to We Made It because he got that opportunity to right side, nutmegged João Cancelo, who he heard that I loved. So he nutmegged João Cancelo, went around, did a nice cross that he didn't even look. He just like put it in the middle, but a nice little cross to the middle. And Benzema with the clean header, just so good, so clean. 1-1 game. I'm like, all right, like here we go. Like we're here. Well, for the next 40 minutes, I want to say, it was just Man City still all over them. It's like, I think Pep was like, for the first half, we're just going to get in them the whole time. And we're going to expose that Courtois has 2 left feet that are all bad. Like 2 left feet that are bad, not 2 weak foots. 36-minute mark, there was a beautiful move by Sterling. And I counted, this was my first of 3 mistakes for Casemiro. I think Casemiro had probably one of the worst games I've ever seen him have. He must have been injured or something because, bam, like the weirdest thing about him is he was injured. No, he would make a mistake and then just really slowly jog back to his place, which usually gets pretty pissed and like runs back and like there was nothing to that. He was super lethargic. I don't know if he was like sick or what's going on, but he kept making mistakes. He did one where he literally got the ball in the middle, didn't even look to the right side, but he immediately started kicking that way, and it got stolen immediately. I'm like, dog, like, what's going on here? Like, now you really look like the worst passer, like Bam says you are. Like, now you really look like – So Sterling was just putting on moves on everybody, and I'm just like, I wish you're on my team. 40-minute mark, I'm saying once again, how the hell is Man City able to keep this up? Like, this high line is just so tired. So, like, you can tell Man City's kind of like messing up a little bit. Like there's openings for Real Madrid, but not anything, bam. Nothing really coming from Hazard's side. Like nothing really there. Like it wasn't because Hazard was creating them. It's just because Man City just like kind of a little tired towards the end of that first half. 47-minute mark. Sterling is just literally being a true winger. So in the second half, Pep changed the whole lineup. Took Foden out. Put Raheem on the left, Gabriel's back in the middle. They reset to the regular lineup they had. De Bruyne back in the middle, and then I think they brought Bernardo back in the game, and so he went to the right side. The game started flowing normally again. So they kind of backed up a little bit off the press, but you could just see like it's a little funky, as if like that really affected them mentally a lot. And so I was just 53-minute. I wrote down 5th Casemiro error. Damn near gave up another goal again. 68-minute mark. A goal by Gabriel Jesus. I said I hate to be biased, but damn it, I want to cry. It's really just you really get to see like how important through this stretch that La Liga win for Real Madrid. Sergio Ramos was a staple of that. You could just see in the back line. It's not just because he was good. I think he covered up a lot of errors that people can make. And the one weakness you're showing Real Madrid is that Courtois doesn't have good feet. So if you just press them to be able to try to like end, they don't have Sergio Ramos. So you press them. Militao doesn't have great feet. Neither does Sergio Ramos. Neither does Courtois. So what happens? During that exchange of the triangle, a lot of errors are happening. Militao looks goofy. But at least he can boot it out. Courtois, I don't even know what the hell he was doing. It was really bad. Yeah, so 83-minute mark, I said, I can't believe this 83-minute mark, and Zidane comes in and does 3 subs. So at this point in the game, he does 3 subs. I want you to guess who those subs are. No, it's important now because it's 2-1. So, you know, we got to get it cracking. So 2-1 right now.
I'm gonna make the guess that I would do.
Yeah.
What
would you put in right now?
I would put in Vinicius Jr. I would put in Isco maybe, and
Isco.
Who
else? Maybe Valverde for Casemiro or something.
Yeah. Maybe Valverde.
Well, that doesn't happen. So Vini does not come in this game at all. No love for Vini. Does not get a burn. I don't even know. I'm happy they didn't pan the camera to him because I would have teared up. Like if I seen him on the bench, I would have teared up. Like I didn't see him on camera. Thank the Lord. They bring in Valverde. Valverde comes in for Modric. They bring in Asensio, who comes in for Rodrigo. Sure, need left footer. It's evident. They also sub out they sub out Hazard.
For who?
Jovic.
Oh God. What? Jovic hasn't even played. He had COVID. This dude hasn't even played.
He left the country during COVID.
What the hell's up with Zidane today? What's he smoking? That's really weird, dude. Vinicius Jr. had the assist in the first leg, and Isco had the goal.
No Isco, no
Isco and Vinicius Jr.
And Isco had the long hair with the big beard. He was looking cool today too. No love. He had a little bun too, like hair down. Vinny didn't come in, and it sucks because they didn't. I want to say they subbed Hazard out at the 83rd minute. Why in God's earth, if Hazard hasn't done nothing since the 50th minute of the game, since halftime, why does he get another 40 minutes out there on a game you're down?
Yeah.
I don't know. He stayed up there, got subbed out. Vinny doesn't come in, and it's crazy because the one thing I was saying is Hazard is it's not that he's a bad player. We've gushed over Hazard goals before. I like Hazard, but when you had Ronaldo, you had a guy who was, I get ball, I'm looking at posts. And that is so vital in an offense that does so much creation. The offense involves so much beautiful passing, creating movement. So Benzema is a 20-year that can do both create and shoot. And Ronaldo is just, I want this ball and I want to rocket it. So you got to think to yourself when you're scouting, I want to get someone that can just fit into that mold. We're not trying to build a new team. We have a lot of the same core. Let's see who would fit in the best. Eden Hazard, I don't really think is that guy. Eden Hazard is a guy that's part of a different mold. Maybe like a team that does this. Maybe if it's like Barcelona and they have a lot with Messi on one side and they have Suarez when he's good doing his thing, then Hazard would be good there because he can just kind of fit in and show up when he needs to. But on Real Madrid, it's like Sterling was that dude. There's other guys that are that we've talked many times that fill that role. Neymar can be that dude that can just go and just get it cracking there, And Mbappe, I turn around, he wants to run 100 miles an hour and score. That's perfect for this offense. Vinicius Jr., he turns around, he gets the ball here, he turns. It's either I'm gonna set up Benzema or I'm gonna do some wild looking weird shot to go in there. But it's good. He creates havoc for anybody because even when he's dribbling, things fall apart. When you juke somebody out, defenses fall apart. They don't everybody has to adjust and compensate. That's what we needed. Man, there was none of that. A back line that was over pressing. What would have been the most perfect thing? Over the top to Vinicius Jr., who we saw, I think it was the second to last game, was just zooming on that field. In the Barcelona game, Vinicius Jr., was 100 miles per hour on that back line, just creating problems. Didn't happen today. Jovic came in. I think they made it into some convention, some weird 4-4-2. Also, Lucas Vasquez came in for Carvajal. Poor Carvajal, he probably damn near ran his knees off. Good thing it's a long summer now. Yeah. Actually, no, I'm probably 6 weeks off already, right? 7 weeks. But yeah. Comes in for the game. Real Madrid doesn't really do much to the end. They just look dead. They look dead. They look like they were running it looked like Man City was running on the turf and Real Madrid was running on sand. That's what it looked like. They look just running on sand. Everybody looks a little slower. Passes are bad. It's just even Cruz was out here messing up a little bit. I'm like, this is just off. It's sad to watch. And it sucks because the team just won Champions League. I mean, just won La Liga. And this is the La Liga winner team. It looked rough. That doesn't represent the Real Madrid we've seen. But that's kind of what I wrote. So eventually Man City ends up winning 2-1 that match, 4-2 aggregate. They move on. Man City's a very good looking team. I mean, damn, off the bench, they were pulling off David Silva off the bench. Otamendi comes in garbage ass. Bernardo Silva, man, this team is deep. So They might be the ones to win it. Who knows? They have a really good team.
Well, honestly, I was gonna say like,
And Sterling's form, once again, Sterling was sensational. As Gabriel just deserves MVP because of what he did from end to end. Not only scoring, but the defensive effort, incredible. If you're going to do a or second, it's Sterling for just being so lethal and just creating so much problems with him up top. It was just them two creating problems. And Foden was just kind of just floating, like doing his thing too. But those two were the ones that really were just – of course, the media wants to show love to Foden and talk about him a lot, and we know why. But honestly, Sterling and Jesus nothing could have been different without them there. They really did that.
yeah, and I was gonna say like, I mean, obviously I didn't watch the match, but like I did watch basically every Real Madrid match when the restart happened. And honestly, it might just be the case that City's better than them.
No, City's a really good team.
Like
That's a good team.
yeah, they might just be better than Real Madrid. And like that's like, yeah, Real Madrid came back in the restart and they like dominated. And like even before that, they beat Barcelona 2-0 in the Clasico. But like Man City's a monster. Like that's no joke. They have a really good coach. Like they like definitely Guardiola has been like preparing for this day. Like he's watching everything. And if there's any
he definitely watched. You could tell he definitely watched film. Like he watched film, and then I know when he saw Sergio Ramos was there, he was like, "Oh, okay, like we can do something with this."
yeah, he probably has been implementing this game plan. Like he already knew, like even when the restart happened for EPL, it's like, okay, we can't win EPL and we're not gonna get third place. Like all we gotta do is like get like 6 points out of these last 12 matches and we're gonna just get second place regardless. I think they were already out of the FA Cup, so like, or something like that. I don't know, but like, his focus was definitely this round of 16 match, and you're already coming in up a goal, and you have really good players. So like, as good as Real Madrid has been, and as they are, like, they might have just met their match against Manchester City.
And to be fair, you might be right. I mean, both legs 2-1. There's only so much you can do. It's not like Real got shut out both games. But I just really want to say, I know Varane is trending right now on Twitter. It's not his fault. I'm not going to blame him. If you really watch that game and you know the sport, and even Bam goes back and watches, he won't sit here and be like, this is all Varane's fault. He won't. The real problem was Courtois. He was absolutely you can only do so much if you're not able to get the ball out that back line in the first place. Like, so I don't want to blame Varane. I'm not going to do that. Like, there's all kind of things where they're saying, like, describe his performance in one word. They're attacking this dude. I'm not going to blame him for this at all.
Okay, I'm going to watch it right now, and I'm going to see what I think. I'm here right now. Ooh.
No, it's the highlight doesn't show it. It's right before that buildup because Varane makes a nice play to get it out, gives it to Courtois in a good space for Courtois to clear it. Courtois kicks it back to him in like a weird angle, and it's just really bad.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I do think Courtois should have just got it out of there.
Yeah.
I think Courtois should have got it out of there, but Varane also has some time to get it out of there too.
I think it was just weird overall. It's a weird play. It wasn't like I don't want to give him all the blame. Like I don't want to do that. Like I'm sorry. Like if he was out there giving it up, I would say, but I wouldn't say it's all him. Like it's like opposite of him is Militao. He's not doing jack nothing either. And then Courtois there being fumble-footed. It's like a weird position because also he's probably thinking, do I really give it back to the guy I just gave it to? Give it back to me again? Like it's just I think a lot's going on right there. And that's why he got it stolen from him. It's just too much thinking happened. That's why he's holding it for so long. It's just too much thinking. You don't know what to do.
Yeah, and also like it just seems like
up to that, it's 9 minutes straight of backline fumbling. So at that point, he's like, Lord, there's just so much going on mentally.
And honestly, it seems like Zidane might have gotten out-coached.
He did. Absolutely got out-coached.
Because that's what it looks like on that play.
No, it is.
What it looks like is they don't know how to like the midfield isn't coming back to the back line.
Oh.
And Varane is like expecting to be able to pass the ball forward to somebody without just like clearing it. And so like since he didn't have that person in front of him, he stayed on the ball too long.
It was absolutely out-coached. It was like almost chess moves because, go ahead.
Or what Zidane should have done is like, since he's seeing them pressing for that long, let somebody know, hey, tell Tebow if when he gets the ball, just
boom it. Boom it forward.
Just boot it, man.
I would tell Hazard, don't you dare go below that circle. Don't you dare.
Yeah.
You see that circle in the middle? You line up. Don't you dare pass below that bottom of that circle. You stay up there and above. I don't need you back here. We'll push the mid back. We'll even breed Rodrigo or one of them. Rodrigo, you stay up there with Benzema the whole time.
Yeah,
I don't want to see y'all back here. We'll push into almost like a 4-4-2, bring everybody back here and two up top. It didn't happen.
Well, I don't even think you need to change the formation as much as just
no. If I'm just saying like adjust in game, but continue your form. Yeah.
But like if they're gonna press you that hard, you gotta start playing long ball United. That like
you do because the 3 or 4 times they went over the top in the first half, it worked. Things were happening. Like even for Mendy was like kind of making shit happen. And even the commentators said it. When they do get up there, it's so much space to get it cracking because they got Gundogan running around and they got Rodri kind of loose. It's just crazy back there because they're so pressing so high. Like Guardiola made the first chess move to attack.
To press,
attack, be on them. There was no response on Real Madrid's side. Even when you're watching during the fumbleness, Casemiro would like give the ball back to the back line and just stay there. So I'm like, man, if I'm a CDM, right, and I'm passing it back and there's a full press happening, right, I'm going to move into space because if it doesn't work out, I can be open to receive again and continue to turn around. None of that happened. Like, Cruz was kind of like helping a little bit. It looked like a lot of them were just trying to figure it out while they're out there when I couldn't hear game audio, but, like, I don't really see much, like, direction happening or change happening.
And it's really funny because I feel like in soccer it's, like, so easy. I don't want to say so easy, but it's, like, easy conceptually to figure out what to do against a press. If they're pressing you that hard, all you got to do, like, basically, if the goalie is not going to boot it, like, give it to Casemiro or Cruz, whatever, they give it back. Now, the forward, when the dude is giving it back, you kind of lean back and then dip. Like, pretend like you're kind of going to go – pretend like you're going to come back with it too and then go. Like, it's just like, it's like a football play almost. Like
it was like, I'm like, oh, yeah, if that happened. And you know what reminds me of in football? Like, like when the quarterback does like he's about to hand off, but doesn't hand off, like a play action.
Yeah.
Like, okay, they're collapsing in the middle. That means that some of those DBs think that they're going to do a run. Those wide receivers it's a pass the whole time. They're committed the whole time. So there's going to be open. There's going to be one man-to-man. Like, there's opportunities. That's the issue. Like, it's like Real couldn't really get nothing going. Hazard wasn't, like, making anything happen. It's just a lot. Like, it looked like they didn't know where to go to, like, make things happen. They couldn't go to Hazard because when they give it to Hazard, he's kind of just giving it back and doing a give and go. Like, he's not really that guy to give on him, but, like, almost like that Kobe-ish effect. Like, let's see what he can do. Like, please get us out of this. Or even Vinicius does. Like, put it over there. He might break off Cancelo or whoever the hell's on the other side and see what happens there. It didn't happen with Real Madrid. They just were like stuck in cement the whole game.
And it's funny too. Like, it's an interesting thing in soccer. Like, you'll see a player who wants to stand up the defender in front of them and like actually like push the defender back, and like Hazard like does it halfway. Like Vinicius is like, because and I think the reason for that is like Hazard is like he doesn't have that same mentality. And also I don't know like why I'm thinking this, but I feel like it has something to do with his height almost. Like, he don't really feel like he can like stand the guy up kind of. And I don't even know if Vinicius Jr. is taller than him, but like Vinicius Jr. get the ball.
Longer than him. He looks more longer than him.
Yeah, like he's not as stout. Like
Hazard looks more stout.
Yeah, like Vinicius Jr. get the ball and he stands the guy up and he's going to like push him back.
Yeah.
Hazard will get the ball and like push him like a little bit and then go sideways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's always going angular away. Like,
he's like lateral.
Sideways. Yeah, but Vinicius is trying to cut. He's like a cutter, and like Hazard just looks so parallel to the line. It's so weird. Like, those are big differences, though. Those are game-changing moves. Yeah,
because like even going back to the Juve game, like there was a play where Ronaldo had like towards the end of the match, like Ronaldo was like got on that left wing. Like, he got on the left wing where he plays.
He sat on there too. Sat on there too.
Oh, he'll
like, sit on that wing hard. push it wide. Like, he'll do that.
When like earlier in the match, I don't want to say he was central, but he was more central. But when it got critical, he definitely got on that left wing.
And that honestly, Bam, that's happened consistently in these Juventus games. He'll be like floating around, playing in the middle a little bit, coming back, coming here. Then it'll be like grind time, and he's on that left, pushing that fullback way over there with him. Like, and it makes space though. It makes things happen.
So what happens? There, like he's over there, and he like, and this is like the difference between Hazard and like a player that really pushes the guy back, the defender. Yeah. Ronaldo, whoever the defender was, I don't know, got like he pushed him back till he got in a cross, like a left, and it was a perfect left foot cross that hit Higuain right in the forehead. But it went over the bar. But like that's the difference. Like Hazard, like you gotta push towards the line, dude. Like you gotta push that when you have the ball, you gotta push the dude all the way back. You can't push him a little bit and then go lateral. Like unless you're about to go lateral and shoot it.
And you can't not push a guy back and then do a give and go to me. I think that's so dumb because if you push somebody back and you give and go, it's so much recovery happening for a defender to switch his body weight. Okay, now go forward. It's give and go. Oh shit, now it's not. You know, when you kind of have the guy still in stance chilling, if you do give and go, he's in position to recover quickly. So he's doing these give and goes. I'm like, I don't want to say this, but like it's feeling very like Bale-ish, where it's like you're not really doing a whole lot. Like you're doing like motion stuff. Like, oh, here's this ghost run, thumbs up. And with Hazard, I'm like, man, like this offense is not showing us the best you. And in this offense, you're not showing us the best of you. So it's a two-way street, and we're just not meeting right here.
And it's funny because literally, like this, like when I was watching, like that's the same thing I was telling you. I'm like, no, he's not like he's giving the ball away and just playing garbage.
But he's not doing nothing. It's just not doing. It's not working.
But it's like you're not there to just dribble around. Like you're there to put the ball in the back of the net sometimes.
It's like that's what I was saying. Like in this game, it just looked like he was trying to play in the game rather than him being like. It sounds goofy, but like him being the game. Like
no.
You know, Real Madrid, you put the 7 on. It's like, all right, like this is the dude. Like we get the ball. I'm sorry if the money was paid. I give him the ball, make it happen. I don't care what it takes. I would have rather him been tumbling, losing the ball, everything because I'm like, hey, he's trying. The dog is trying, and then it's a different discussion when you're trying and it's not happening. That's a different discussion because I'm like, well, it wasn't for a lack of effort. This I'm like, all right, but like, damn dog, it's like you're giving it back to Cruz. I don't want him to be the guy that makes it happen for us. Please, God, out of all the people. It's not like you're giving it to Isco. You're giving it to Toni Kroos, who's very good, does great service, but he's not the dude to make it happen. You know, and I think like the person who's in Real Madrid who's on that front line when Vinicius not in, it's only there's 2 people in Real Madrid who, when you get the ball, they have the 2 posts in mind. It's Benzema, Vinicius Jr. Those dudes. And not only do they have it in their mind, they're able to get there. Rodrigo's good, but like his great plays this was his great plays. Going off and doing a cross. That's cool, man. That's great. He wasn't making no shot attempts or breaking the game. So, you know, Sterling and Jesus, even Foden. Foden got the ball like the top of the penalty box and whipped a heater in. I was like, holy crap, relax. So, you know, like it's just different. Man City's a better team. They won today. And, you know, as I was taking notes, I'm like, I don't want to sound like a crybaby Real Madrid fan. Like, I'm just like, that's why I'm
too late.
I'm like, that's why I'm keep giving them love. Like, they played sensational against Real Madrid, out-coached. The depth, when I saw the bench, I'm like, holy crap, they're bringing in Bernardo and David Silva. That's not fair. Y'all got hella players, too. And then when I see our bench, it's over here. I'm like, Jovic, why? Huh?
I mean, honestly,
in a way, I mean, really, that's like disrespectful to Vinicius. Like, that's messed up, dude. Last season, he was coming on the form, and then you go pay $160 million for a Hazard. Okay. Damn, like, all right. I mean, sure, but I mean, Vinicius kind of I don't think it's asking a lot to like see what happens. I mean, you finished like 3rd last year. It wouldn't have hurt to see what happens. Well, and so you go for that. I'm like, all right, well, at least to this he was part of the integral team that won La Liga, came back into the season, played sensational during COVID break. After the COVID break, the little tourney they had going on. What's the deal? The last game, he can't sniff burn?
You know, and I'm gonna be honest. I didn't expect Real Madrid to win this match.
No, it was gonna be a mountain to climb.
Yeah, I didn't really expect it because City's good. But
City's good, and that stretch we talked about, there wasn't like a goal fest happening per match. There was a lot of 1-0s, 2-0s, 1-0s. I'm like, damn, 2-1 Man City, Lord Jesus.
Well, and really the thing that was the key for Real Madrid was actually the defense.
Yeah, they were defensively, they were sensational.
Yeah.
What happened? They had a red card on defensive back line, which is massive for them.
For sure. I think in this offseason, like, I think that the thing with Vinicius Jr. is, like, I think that somebody, Zidane, got to talk to him and be like, look, are you ready to, like, be a star? Because
he's a star, damn it.
He's a really good player, and it's
he's
like
sitting on the star right now.
Yeah, like he has to be ready for it. And also, like, I mean, and I'm not trying to, like, I don't want to go in depth with this again, but, like, he's got to start shooting from outside the box. Like, he's just got to, like, implement that aspect into his game, because without that, like, he's just never going to really – it's just not going to happen for him. Like, he can't be a star unless he gets that part of his game.
Yeah.
But honestly, like, the Hazard thing, like, it was cute, but it was just like, nah. I feel like he finished the season with like 3 goals or something like that. Like, I feel like he won the same amount of penalties as he scored goals, and he never even took any of the penalties. Yeah, Real Madrid doesn't have a lot of work to do. They have a great team. Sometimes you run up against a better team. Like, that's just what happens sometimes.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think Zidane's also a good coach, and he's smart. And, like, they'll work some things out, and hopefully they can work something out with Hazard, because Hazard also is, like, he's never played in La Liga. Like, he might have been like, damn, dude, like, this stuff used to work at Chelsea.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to just go lateral at Chelsea, and those defenders would just fall on top of each other. But in Spain, it ain't happening like that. Like, you need a guy on the wing that is going to stand up defenders and put crosses in or shoot the rock.
Yeah.
So Vinicius Jr. can stand up a dude and put in a cross. He needs to shoot the rock. Hazard, maybe it's a confidence thing because he's a hell of a dribbler. You got sauce. You're black.
Saucy. He's black. He's saucy. Him and De Bruyne are both black. They're both saucy. You know.
You're not as black as your brother, but, like, you got.
I mean, his brother's more street than him.
And blacker.
Yeah. One gets better tapers. But yeah, so
I think Thorgan is probably darker than you.
And the name Thorgan is just so raw. I can't handle saying his name. It's like really annoying. I'm like, were you like never mind. So
Thorgan sound like he like didn't even have to learn.
Wait, like
he didn't have to learn how to use a pistol. He was like, yeah, just give it here. I think I.
Yeah, he just started. He was doing, and he was cocking it sideways when he got it. He didn't like do it. He went like this.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, yeah, Thorgan. You know, that's my boy, but. I don't know. He might be on a different path than Eden. Eden is kind of like he'd be a soccer player. Thorgan, we're just hoping he stays in soccer. We're hoping he makes it there because 16 years might be a long time for him to survive right now. That's what you think about with Thorgan.
Every time we go in his room, we find red rags hanging around, laying around.
You got one kid named Eden. Thorgan's like the name of a violent pit bull dog. Like Thorgan, like damn dog. He's came in scowling already, but yeah, I mean, you know, it's that discussion. You know, maybe Modric is gone, and you tell Vinicius, "Hey, man, look, this 10 jersey's here. Are you going to be that guy for us? Are you down?" And you know, you go from there. I mean, that's not even the discussion. Maybe you want to have in one moment. Like, we're gonna have this summer. Let's see how this summer. Show me what's going on. Like, show me what the deal is because, you know, we brought you here. We want to invest in you. So what's the deal? I think that needs to be happening. I don't want to say a blow-up needs to happen, but I think some changes do need to happen. I think the midfield, Like, it's been sensational for what, 6 years? Jesus Christ, 7. I don't even know the number. It's been a long run. You know, sometimes an infusion's good. You know, Valverde came in and he was cool, but it just wasn't enough time. It was just a weird game. It was a weird game for a lot of people. I don't want Real Madrid to think that they need to blow the whole lineup up. That's not really what the deal is. I think that, you know, you had a sensational year ending. You know, you had a red card. That's Sergio Ramos' own fault that he's not in this game because he just can't chill out. That's his own fault. Like, it is what it is. He's great when he's in the game, but then sometimes he does dumb stuff. Like, you know, and it's higher than what Verratti does. It's at he has an insane amount of red cards. So it's a lot to look at.
And also, like, I don't even want to take anything away from
him. And also Vinicius was trending because he didn't play. Everybody's like, I can't believe he didn't play. Good though.
That's funny. I mean, honestly, like, it's still a very successful season for Real Madrid because they caught a hard matchup. Like, Man City is the other hard matchup. Like, that's basically like, except for like Liverpool, like that, like you didn't want to face Liverpool and City, really. Like, Barcelona was whatever, Atleti's whatever, like, or like maybe PSG. Like, that's the team. Like, the team that you really did not want to face in a round of 16 is Man City. So they got like the hardest draw. You know, especially back when they got the draw, like, people are expecting Real Madrid to not advance. But the fact that they won the league, like, that's the big success for them. Barcelona's on the edge with Napoli. Juve just went out to Lyon, like, and Liverpool went out to Atletico Madrid. So like, it ain't the worst thing in the world that they went out to City. Like, you're kind of expecting that to some extent, but they won the league, so it's a very successful season for them. Yeah, they don't need to blow up the lineup. Like,
no, you have a team you can make something out of. Just play Vinicius Jr. though.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, we'll see.
It was a weird thing, dude. It was weird.
We'll see whatever Zidane's decisions were. Like, we'll see.
Yeah.
And maybe we can address that tomorrow if we find out.
Yeah.
But yeah, first. I feel like that was like 3 hours almost. Like, how come we can't?
Actually, I thought we weren't gonna go to this time. Here we are at 4.
Seriously. Like, it ain't gonna be that long.
Yeah.
Best recaps in the world, but yeah, that's the first. Like, that was the first 2 of 4 round of 16 matches that need to be completed. Tomorrow we'll bust out the next 2 right after again. Tomorrow. Tomorrow. Wait, you got to go to the airport.
Yeah.
What time?
In the morning, 2 times.
Oh, you know what? No. You know what? You're gonna be busy tomorrow. I know you're gonna be busy, so it's fine. You got business to handle tomorrow. Handle your handle, son. I'm gonna be doing the recaps by my lonesome. Okay. Totally fine. I'll watch both games and then I will bust the recaps out. But then after the next Champions League matches aren't until like Wednesday or something like that.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. So maybe we can do the episode on Tuesday potentially, and then just record, do recaps after that. We'll see what's up though. All right. We made a podcast, best recaps in the world. Let's you know what we should do them. We should just call them best recaps in the world, and then this is like part 1, or like 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, let's just do that.
I'm down, whatever.
All right.
Couldn't hurt.
All right, yo. We made a podcast. Holler.